Okay, so cooked off the onion for a bit. I mean, it's all going to get cooked later anyway. So I'm just going to move the onion off the heat at the moment and just let that cool. Now, in a bowl, I'm going to chuck my cow meat, my pig meat, a couple of bits of pig there. I'm going to sprinkle in my herbs. Like I say, you could put ground ginger in if you want. Well, I'm going to put a bit of salt and pepper. Again, salt they'd be well familiar with, because obviously you live by the sea, bottom. Pepper is a bit of an exotic spice. At one point, not necessarily in Viking time, but it became almost like a currency. It was worth more than gold and stuff like that. So a bit of salt, a bit of pepper. Okay, where's my spoon gone? Lost me bloody, oh there's bloody onion in it. Right, and then I'm going to, now we're going to be using this dish later. So all I'm going to do for now is transfer the onion into there. Okay, it doesn't matter if there's a little bit left in here. Okay, because this, handle's getting on. This is where we're going to be cooking the meatballs later. So what have I got in here? I've got my beef, I've got my pork, salt, black pepper, any spice or herbs. Then I've got 1 egg. Alright, so for that quantity of meat, 1 egg should be enough to help bind it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to try and get that all nice. Get in there. Bloody pig's trying to escape again. So I was saying to you, I think I might have mispronounced it for you earlier. Dagmal was the day meal, which they would normally have sort of morning time, and that was usually whatever was left over from the night before, which was the natmal. Vikings would typically, you know, have sort of simple meat dishes, veg dishes, and they particularly would like to feast, like when, you know, births, weddings, religious days, things like that. If you had a bit of money, you know, a bit of wealth behind you, then you would tend to lay on either just loads more of the same sort of stuff and plenty of ale and mead. But if you really wanted to try and impress, they might start adding stuff that was a little bit more exotic, some of the more exotic spices and herbs that have been picked up on their travels, because they could afford to waste it that way. Alright, so got that pretty well mixed. So the next job is that bread mix, which has now got quite stodgy. I've been sort of like chopping it about. That's going to go in there as well. Okay. So like I say, cream and bread. Basically, they did eat. I keep doing basically. They did eat healthily. You know, you might say, well, look at all that red meat and all that double cream. But you've got to remember, you know, they weren't eating it to excess. Okay, they were active people. You know, they were out doing stuff during the day, doing raids, doing farming, doing stuff like that. So not like today where we'd perhaps be overdoing it. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to let it pause here while I make sure this is all thoroughly mixed through. Now, at this point, I've actually put the oven on. Possibly hear that humming in the background. That wants to be about 175 centigrade. And although we will start the meatballs off on the top here in that pan that we just put the onion in, it will then go into the oven for at least 30 minutes, if not 40 minutes. All right. So I'm just going to carry on making sure this is all thoroughly mixed through, and when we're ready for the next bit, I'll get back to you.